False flag attacks. Now, a lot of people have been saying, oh, if they don't, the USS Enterprise doesn't actually get sunk by some Israel submarines, and you guys would say, we told enough people and we got them to call off the attack and everything, yay, and whatnot. I don't know. Now that's just a theory, that the Israel would use German-bought submarines to sink the USS Enterprise in the Gulf of Persia, because it's an old ship and it's going to be decommissioned next year, so it would save them disposing of 9 nuclear reactors, all the nuclear waste and scrap metal and whatnot, and would give them a reason to attack Israel. So if they had if they had Iran initiate the attack, then it would be a lot harder for China politically and military, and this is the same with Russia, to get involved in defending Iran. The thing is, China and Russia have a lot going on Iran. China is Iran's biggest oil buyer. China's not dependent a whole lot on Iran. I think it's Turkey or one of the other countries around there. They get twice as much oil from them than they do Iran. But they still need Iran. It's a big thing. Now, if the U.S. controlled the oil trade in the Middle East, it would be very bad for China. And if U.S. controlled Iran, Russia would be exposed, because now USA would have a nice military base right in Iran, right next to China, or right next to Russia, and they could just filter from there into the underbelly of Russia and then attack. So they could efficiently destroy both economies and countries by simply taking Iran. So I read an interesting thing in the paper, or on a news article, that as of 2 days ago, Iran is at most, or roughly, 6 months away from developing a nuclear bomb. And this was said by some US somebody or other. And I find that interesting. I'm like, what is 6 months away? It was the 25th. The 25th, 6 months away. Wouldn't that be July 25th? Or something crazy like that? Wouldn't that be just days before the Olympics in England? Interesting collaboration. Now, the Olympics are super scared shitless of having a terrorist attack. So they're running all these drills for biochemical and nuclear bombs going off. How they would stop it, deterrence and everything. I'm like, interesting. They're super worried about a terrorist attack. Yeah. Uh-huh. Anybody else see a potential Iran just bombed the Olympic event coming up? I don't know, seems like a possibility to me. At the same time, 6 months away, I personally think the States can't really hold out, or Israel can't hold out, anyway, against attacking Iran. I don't know what it is, they're bloodthirsty monsters, and they really want to rip Iran to shreds. The thing is, Iran's got a pretty decent military, so it would be not a fair fight, but they would definitely give them more hell than Afghanistan and Iraq did. And if China and Russia got involved, it would be interesting. Some people are like, the States is too poor to fight another war. They couldn't afford it. Some people believe the States getting involved in World War II pulled their economy out of the shitter. What was it? Yeah, they weren't in World War I, were they? Yeah. So, war is good for business, right? Especially for all those weapon manufacturers that get huge government contracts that have lobbied and bought most of the politicians anyway. Go to war, give us more money, we'll build you more bombs. Okay, you gonna sign my paycheck? Sure, done deal. It's a disgusting system, that's how it works, it's a shame. Even if America is on its last foot, I think they would still go to war. Either it's just a one big fuck you world, we are America, and they'll bomb everyone to shit in a huge, ruckus and show to show that they're boss, and Israel will be all left standing and be like, okay, well, let's initiate the New World Order now. Or something, I don't know. China and Russia, I don't think they agree to it. They want a one world currency, the States doesn't. People are going to start buying Iranian gold, or Iranian oil with gold, so that's going to sink the US dollar. The dollar's supposed to, devalue by 50% by the end of 2012. If you live in America, you're fucked. Sorry. ACTA, internet censorship, will no longer be able to really know what's going on. The only information we'll be able to find probably will be what the mainstream media tells us, and they tell us jack shit all. How many times have I read about the Iran situation in the mass media? A couple times, and they lied about the information that went through. Anyway, so it's I got most of my information from online news sources that would probably be shut down due to ACTA or some other crazy internet law that's going to go on. It's then we'll be blind, we'll be deaf, we won't be able to know what the hell's going on. America will wage war, and then next thing you know, a huge pandemic will break out in the States, and then it'll spread to China and Russia and it'll weaken their forces, and dear God, it's the apocalypse. Yeah, we're all fucked. False flag attacks seem like the most likely way to start this war. Iran just wants to defend themselves. They threaten to close the Strait of Hormuz, if EU shut off their oil exporting from Iran. So they no more future contracts with Iran, and they will stop all existing contracts in like June or July, which I also found interesting. I think it was July. All existing contracts end in July. They'll have a nuclear bomb by July. They said they'll close the Strait of Hormuz when they stop taking oil in July. The Olympics are in July. They're terrified of a false flag, or terrified of a terrorist attack in July. Apparently, one of the head soldiers or generals in the like Iranian elite military guard or something along those lines is one of the world's top terrorists. Yeah, interesting, right? They killed Osama and all that other crap, and now this guy's the top world terrorist. We gotta look out for him. Oh, Iran's harboring terrorists. And you're like, oh. So, false flag, Olympics, seems more likely than them bombing, or than Israel bombing a U.S. ship in the Gulf of Persia. But we just don't know. Every day we get a little bit closer to what the hell is going to happen. It's terrifying. So prep your guys yourselves, I guess. Get ready, stay informed, be aware. We may not have YouTube much longer, or YouTube's going to be different, much different than when we thought It's going to change soon, as of March 1st or something along those lines. It's going to be shitty. Well, I guess we'll just see. That is all. I'll upload all of these tomorrow. I got like 4 videos for you guys to be uploaded on Friday because I have the whole day off. And I bought Diablo 2, so I'm just going to spend the rest of my day gaming. Yeah, because everything's going to shit, so why not? Play us! Peace.